I think everybody feels the pain around dealing with their dependencies, and that's definitely something we experienced when we were building Wormhole. There's so many dependencies in the average JavaScript application. The average dependency has 79 other transitive, dependencies. So you install one package, you get 79 other packages. That's the average on NPM right now, according to this paper that came out last year that analyzed the registry. And there's also 39 additional maintainers that you trust when you trust a single package. So it's a pretty large attack surface. And for the most part, it's fine. I mean, most maintainers are good, and the system mostly works. I mean, I'm a maintainer, and a lot of my friends are open source maintainers, and the NPM ecosystem is a wonderful place, and it's full of amazing packages, and it's really awesome. That everyone can just install this stuff and build apps really fast. It's the reason why open source is the reason why you can build an app with like 2 people, and that would have taken like teams and teams of people before to do, and so I'm not trying to me of all people, I wouldn't be complaining about open source, but when you're trying to build an app for like maximum security, you're faced with this kind of really difficult trade-off where really the safest thing to do on the one, like if you had to just pick the most impractical position you could have, it would be, we're going to read every line of code of our dependencies, and we're not going to use anything that we haven't vetted ourselves. And that's actually appropriate for some applications. Like if you're building, Signal, like the secure, end encrypted messaging app, like you probably want to know, they probably want to know everything that's in every single one of their dependencies, right? Big companies, Google, right? They're actually an example of this as well. They check in all their open source code into their own internal repository. They vendor it, and they consider it their own code. And they have a security team that actually vets it first, and they also vet updates. So if you want to update to a new version, the security team is actually involved in that process. They look at the diff, and they kind of decide when or if Google's going to apply that update. So it's a very manual process. Mm-hmm. But obviously for most teams, that's both of these approaches of like fully vetting a package is totally impractical, both because of like time and resources. But beyond that, even just like the skill to even understand all these various projects, it's like not necessarily the case that every team can even do that.